When you want to buy a new cell phone, did you know that they add a warranty to your payments automatically? My name is John Ross with Finance on a Budget. Previously, I talked about the daily and weekly budget killers that will leave you without any clue as to where your money was going. In this video, I will be talking about how to lower your expenses with the monthly and yearly budget killers that threaten to derail your finances for the upcoming year. These are the items that you may or may not have seen coming. However, without a budget spreadsheet, these are the type of items that will absolutely destroy you. I know this because when I started my own spreadsheet 1.5 years ago, I was absolutely shocked at the amount of money that fell right through the cracks. From my wife's salon visits to her bras, I was totally in the dark. But now it has all been brought to my attention because I keep track of our monthly expenses. I can better predict the future spending and how it otherwise would have ruined us. Here are some simple ways to budget and save money. Be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. And then comment. Comments are always super important. We are finally being noticed by YouTube, so please be sure to offer your support. How to lower your monthly expenses. While these can easily include dumb things like manicures, unused memberships, or car washes, I really want to focus on more real-world issues like entertainment, overspending, and your car insurance. To get us started, let's talk about 30-day free promotions. How many times have you signed up for a free subscription only to notice charges on your banking statement because you forgot to cancel before the promotion ended? Whenever I sign up for something new, I always add it to my calendar as something I need to cancel. This way, I won't forget. Additionally, I put everything onto credit cards, so I get instant notifications on my phone when a charge does come through. Did you know that getting 3 to 5 quotes on your auto and health insurance will likely lead to much lower premiums due per month? It would also lead you to poorly managed services. My own experience has been that while Geico and Connecticut are affordable, you may have better results depending on where you live. Look into smaller companies too. You may get more personalized services. I mean, Geico has the lowest cost for a reason. When my wife was stuck in a snowstorm, their roadside assistance left her sitting in her car for literally 3 hours. It wasn't until she called the police and they called for a tow and finally got her out of there. Similarly, her brother's car was totaled, and Geico sat on the claim for 2 months before paying him enough to go buy a replacement vehicle. So cheap doesn't always equal good. When you want to buy a new cell phone, did you know that they add a warranty to your payments automatically? Unless you have a habit of dropping your phone in the toilet, this is probably a pointless waste of $15 a month. You should definitely call them up after purchase and have this removed from your plan. Use this money to buy a nice OtterBox case instead. That won't help with submersion, but for daily knocking around, those cases are bulky but great. To continue on this topic of extended warranties, do you really even need them? If you buy electronic devices like cell phones, many credit cards will actually cover the purchase with extended warranties of their own. Like I just said, if you bought it using the correct card that offers premium purchase protection and extended warranties, they will replace it including damage or theft. You will need to check with each card for what type of coverage they offer and for how long. Often, the batteries start to die before any serious damage is done to the phone, at least for my family anyway. We just bought a couch, and it was only $200 for 5 years. The couch was light beige, so I was like, fine, it's only $200. But these cell phone carriers are charging upwards of $25 a month, which is $300 a year. So choose your battles. When it comes to food, some brands can easily justify their added cost with better flavor, like Jiffy or Reddi-wip. Generics just don't taste as good. However, many items in the grocery store, it really doesn't matter. Have you ever tried generic cereal? It tastes just fine. There are plenty of house brands that taste as good as the premium brands. Chances are also pretty good that they may be made in the same factory, just in different packaging. I would rather buy a $2 bag of Coke-O's than a $5 box of Cocoa Puffs. While in-game purchases are not my family's thing, I could easily see where simple game purchases could quickly reach astronomical levels. Many games intentionally block you without an added purchase. Don't give into this nonsense. I once read a thread on Facebook about the game that I play. They asked customer service how much it would cost on average to max out each new character quickly. The response back was about $1,000.
$1,000.
And this is why the game is free to play and doesn't have any ads. They make it up in small and large in-game purchases. Avoid these, as even $2 here and there simply adds up. Unless you have a sports car that specifically requires premium gas and has it listed in the manual, then adding it is a waste of money. Don't fall into this easy trap. If your car isn't riding right, then take it to the mechanic. Unless you have a sports or luxury car, then regular gas is fine. An obvious one is interest charges on credit cards. If you don't pay every single month, you will get interest fees. As the median owed is $6,850, at 24%, that means that you would need to pay $2,400 a year for interest. If you make $500 a week, this is like working 5 extra weeks for no reason. At the very least, go find a zero-interest credit card and throw everything onto that. Discover is pretty easy to qualify for and offers 18 months interest-free. Personally, when I started fixing my financial mess, I took a 29% interest Capital One card and put it onto a 0% Discover. I've been paying it back as much as I can, and soon it will be paid off. Take a moment to give your cell phone provider a call and inquire about the most cost-effective options that may be available for you. I once called up Sprint to get the price down. After discussing options, I realized they were charging me an extra $10 per line for hotspot tethering. This is where you can connect your laptop to your phone. I paid for 5 lines, and I was the only one who even knew what it was. I told her I didn't want it, and now I've saved $50 a month for years. Same thing with the cable company. Only 2 weeks ago, I got a text message from Comcast telling me that they were going to have data capping at 1.2 terabytes per month. I run a business, so I constantly do 4 terabytes per month to offsite backups. So I called them up unwillingly to get the unlimited package for another $25 a month and write it off as a cost of doing business. But first, I asked about the pricing for their top-tier 1 gigabyte speed package that included the unlimited data. Get this, by changing the plan, she gave me a price of, wait for it, the same damn thing. So I basically got 4 times the speed for the exact same price. At the end of the call, she said, "Thank you for being a loyal Comcast customer." I told her Comcast was a monopoly and I have no choice. I hate Comcast. How to lower your yearly expenses. This is where most people's budgets get derailed. If you don't try and save ahead of time for those yearly expenses, suddenly you will either have money for regular bills or the special expenses. If you aren't planning ahead, you won't have enough for them both. The first year that I was budgeting, my spreadsheet was tough because it didn't know what recurring annual payments were coming up. However, once I made it into year 2, I had already called out all the unexpected yearly expenses. All I needed to do was check last year's spreadsheet and add it to future months. Things that could have tripped me up personally were my yearly memberships. If I didn't have a spreadsheet alerting me to upcoming expenses, I would be lost. I pay all my memberships yearly to save a few bucks every month. Amazon, Netflix, Dropbox, but that list goes on and on. If you don't know what's automatically being charged to your credit card, they will bleed you dry. While car and renter's insurance are often seen as monthly items, if you pay for them every 12 months, you can save some extra money on the premiums. If you can afford it, pay them all up for the next year. Then, every month, save 1/12 of the final payment. This way, 12 months from now, you will have saved all of the money that you need. So, it's best to always keep track of your yearly expenses to save money. As I think about it, there are a few business expenses I should have been saving for this whole time. Crap. There's this $300 business expense that I hate paying for. It's due in 3 months. I guess I really need to get on that. But lesson learned. Next time I will put aside $25 a month so that it's all paid for the next time I need the money. See? That's how a budget works. Between both videos, we covered a ton of items that we easily forget to do that will lower our financial obligations and our ongoing finances. I'm glad I did this video because even I realized where I was losing money. Be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Thanks for watching.